kedatangan Mbak Dinny. Mbak Dinny itu adalah English coach, bisa dibilang gitu ya, also teacher and also mentor gitu ya. She is a keen, organized, and hardworking woman, I know, and also she really loves to teach someone in English gitu ya. She also a member of Toastmaster International since 2018, and also serves as a president of Malang Toastmaster Club in 2020 and 21, and also. She got a lot of achievements in speech contests, English evaluation contests, and also English table topics impromptu speech contests. Joining Toastmaster Leadership Institute training, she gained more experience in sharpening her leadership skills. Jadi teman-teman yang suka juga atau ingin mengasah bahasa Inggrisnya bisa join juga Toastmaster teman-teman gitu ya. Karena not only talking about English but also will sharpening your skills in leadership, in communication, in a team collaboration it's also. Oke, kalau gitu semoga penjelasan tadi bisa menjelaskan sedikit tentang apa itu breakthrough, dan ini waktu pertama kita sebetulnya, pertama kali kita held an event di bulan puasa jam 4 ya, jadi semoga teman-teman masih punya semangat gitu kan ya untuk join event ini, karena kita mau cobain practical nih, kita langsung creating some written communication gitu ya. Monggo Mbak Dini langsung aja.
Okay, thank you so much for such a warm welcome from Mbak Sandra. And then, I know that it's fasting time, and probably some of you have just got home or finished your work, but I hope everybody here has the same passion to learn together, because I'm here as well, not to teach or lecture you, but I would like to share some experience, and then we can share together later in question and answer session. And now let me share screen. May I have the permission to share screen, Ms. Elsa? All right, so as just mentioned by Mbak Sandra, that our theme for today is polish up your written communication skills. Why is it so important to learn written communication skills? Because just like we know that recently public speaking is much, much more wanted by everyone, since public speaking skills or communication skills are two of soft skills that are needed in many companies, right? So we need to sharpen these skills in order to be able to build a rapport with our colleagues and also polish up our career even better in the future. But why written? As we know that we communicate not only verbally, but also in written by writing emails or texting your colleagues, right? So actually, just like in public speaking or verbal communication skills, there are several rules that we need to comply when we write emails or our text messages. And then our scope of learning for today is first writing professional emails and text messages, and then some writing etiquettes that we need to follow, because since it is a communication skills, it is in a professional scope, we need to know some things that probably might cause inconvenience to people. So we need to avoid that, right? Now let's get started. Why is writing professional emails and texts at work crucial? This is something that we have to keep in mind. First, when we would like to write a good professional email, it can avoid misunderstanding. By writing professional and then, detailed explanation in our email, we can avoid miscommunication. We can explain or elaborate certain things or certain issues in email without making them feel bad or cause any troubles. And the second one is represent a dependable way to stay in touch with our colleagues, clients, or vendors. So writing email to your clients or colleagues and vendors, it can build a rapport, it shows them that you are a dependable worker that they can rely on to discuss several things through email. So if you write an email that looks or seems not professional because you just write anything without paying attention to the structures or the language that you use, it can somehow make them turned off. You know what? Because probably there's a misunderstanding that's going on in the email. So we need to avoid that. So by writing a professional email, it can represent you as a dependable worker. And then next one is build trust and relationship. Just like what I mentioned before, it can help you build a rapport with your colleagues. And also, a good professional email can project professionalism, competency, and credibility. I know that most of us as a worker, or probably just like as a student that would like to apply sort of resume, right, or email to apply jobs or to apply scholarship, professional email can project or can show your competency and credibility as someone. So we need that so that the person who reads our email know how competent we are and how credible we are as a person. And also a professional text message can help increase camaraderie, right? Because it's sort of, more informal than emails. So we need to increase camaraderie, to polish up the teamwork within the group, right? We need somehow a warm or, closeness ambience within the group or within our team. So that's why a professional message can help increase this. And the second one, it can resolve urgent matters quickly. So for example, when your boss or your manager needs something that to be done in a short time, so I think a message can do in this kind of situation, right? So they need something that they can resolve quickly. So a text message can be more convenient. Next, communicate updates and projects quickly. So as a project manager or as a team member, I think to update or to give an info about your project that is going on or that is progressing, I think by texting your boss or manager or your colleagues can be, effective, and then also can resolve these urgent matters as well, right? So it can communicate something more quickly. And I would like to show this. This is one of an example of a professional email. Dear Miss Bella, I am Dinny Nurris, one of the committees of Java English Week 2022. First thing first, thank you for saying yes to become one of our guest judges on Java English Week 2022 in the upcoming month. We truly appreciate it. In regards to the event, we need your short resume and latest photo to be published in our poster. Would you mind submitting your data in the link below? So you can put the link. And then if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us. I'm looking forward to seeing you. Best regards, Dinny. Right? So as you can see from this professional email, there are several things that we need to highlight so that we can use this as a template to write another professional email. So let's see this page. dear. So I know that this is something that is cliche, but greeting your recipient is also important. So you can use dear someone, and make sure when you write this, you know who is the recipient, right? And then if this is your first email to somebody, so please introduce yourself first, because you might not want your recipient, just ignore your emails, right? Because they do not know you. So please introduce yourself first if this is your first email to them. And then after that, you can say thank you if there's something that you would like to thank to them. And then show your appreciation for their help. And the word in regards to, so this is a phrase that you can use when you would like to refer to something that you have previously discussed, or you would like to address something that is previously mentioned in the first paragraph. And the next one, would you mind submitting your data in the link below? So this is a phrase or a sentence that you can use when you would like to request something to the recipient. So it is more polite if you use this kind of sentence. Next one, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us. I know that this is like a common sentence that you find in any email, right? And also the last one is, I'm looking forward to seeing you soon, right? So this is how you close your email professionally, right? And the last one is the sign of closing. Best regards. Okay, so by paying attention to the phrases or to the sentences that I bold and then colored in red here, we would like to continue to our next tips, which is how to write a professional email, just like what we have in the previous template. Just like I have mentioned before, the first one is greeting. You can use dear or you can use hello if this is your colleague or your teammates that you know before, you have like sort of a closer relationship with him or her, so you can use hello. But if you would like to apply for jobs or to apply for a scholarship that you don't know who is the recipient, so you can use this phrase instead, to whom it may concern. Because instead of using dear sir or madam, it is too ambiguous. I think to whom it may concern can be, projected directly to the person that received your email, right? And the next one is, after you greet your recipient, just like what I have showed you, you can thank or respond the recipient directly. So if the email needs or would like to convey thank to the recipient, so you can use this thank you or thanks for getting back to us so quickly. So you can also address this by appreciating them on replying your email so quickly, or thank you for following up on this matter. Probably they give a follow-up on something that you have discussed before, and then you would like to appreciate that gesture. And also, you can also say, thank you, your kind contribution, or thank you for your help. And also, thank you for the heads up. Probably you are reminded by them when there's something that is going on in the upcoming days, probably, and then they would like to give you a reminder or probably info, caution or something. So you can use thank you for the heads up, because they inform you quickly. And then thank you for the update or the info. And then after that, you can follow up with introducing a topic, right? But if you have nothing to say to thank them, because probably it is your very first email and then you don't know them, and then you still have no sort of relationship or communication with them before, so probably you can jump into this part, introducing a topic. So after greeting, you can also write, I'm writing to. You can explain your intention, or I'm looking to blah, blah, blah. Or this is to inform you that blah, blah, blah. We'd like to inquire about. So you can use this if you would like to ask something to the recipient. And the next one is you can use these phrases when you would like to apologize to them, right? We regret to inform you that. I guess this is like a common phrase that you can receive from application and emails, right? So probably they cannot accept you as one of the scholarship awardee, for example, or they cannot accept you as their employee. So they can also write this phrase in the beginning of the email. We regret to inform you that blah, blah, blah. And then we are extremely sorry for the trouble or inconvenience caused you during the event, right? So probably there's a misunderstanding or there's a mishap happened that you feel sorry for them. So you can start your email by writing this. And also you can also write other examples like this. We are in need of an expert who can help us with something. And your name came up at the top list. Hence, I would like to know if you could become our blah, 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 for example. So you can also use this kind of template if you would like to hire somebody, if you would like to offer somebody with a certain position or with certain job where you need them the most, right? So you can also use this kind of sentences. And next one, after you introduce the topic, you can give a following up on a previous discussion or something. In regards to, just like what I used in the previous template, or in accordance with the matter that we have discussed prior, or on the topic of the meeting that we have done or we did in this morning. So probably you would like to write an email to your colleagues or to your manager after you finished the meeting, and then there's something that you would like to propose or you would like to discuss further. So you can also use on the topic of blah, 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 blah. And then next, you can also give this kind of phrases when you would like to ask something to the recipient or when you would like to request something. So I would like to know if you can come to blah, 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 for example. Or I would like to know when is the earliest convenience for you to finish this matter, for example. Then could you let me know when is the best time for me to follow up this matter, for example. Could you confirm if blah, 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 and then this is something that I used, would you mind blah, 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 ing. So you can use verb ing here, like submitting, would you mind sending us, or would you mind forwarding this message, or would you mind telling us? So please use verb ing here. Or the last one is like, would it be possible for you to do this blah, 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 blah? right? So these ones are the most polite and then the most common phrases that you can use when you would like to ask or request something to the recipient. And now we come to the closing line. So in the closing line, you can use these phrases like your guidance or your assistance has been extremely helpful to us. I look forward to verb ing, or I look forward to your reply. So you can use this when you feel excited to see them, or you feel excited to meet them in person. So you can also use this. I guess this is one of the most common closing line when you would like to apply for job. So I would like to look forward to hearing you soon. Hearing from you soon, for example. So you are excited to get the announcement very soon. And then also you can use this. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me, right? So you give them offer so that they have, have the courage, or they are willingly to ask questions to you. So you can use this sentence, or let me know if anything, or let me know if any question comes to mind. So it is like another version of this phrase. The last one is you can also repeat the apologize or thanks. For example, once again, I'm sorry for the troubles that we have caused. Or once again, thank you for blah, 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 blah. Or once again, please accept our apologies for the inconvenience caused to you. So you can also repeat the apologize or thanks to show the recipient that you truthfully or genuinely feel sorry or feel thankful to them, right? And then the next one is sign off. How to sign off the email. So I think these three are the most common sign-offs that you can use in your professional email, like sincerely, yours truly, best regards, or kind regards. So I think these three templates are most common. And then I put these two tips as an additional. First, kiss. Keep it short and sweet. The thing that I see from a professional email in English from native, they tend to keep the email straightforward. It's slightly different with Indonesian style, because in Indonesia, we tend to elaborate many things. We tend to use like beautiful words or sentences, but natives tend to keep it straightforward. So keep it short and sweet. So make sure that you show them your appreciation. You show them how you are thankful for their help, but without being too, exaggeration, without any exaggeration there. And then the last one is proofread. Before you click send to the email, so make sure that you read all over again. You check your spellings, you check your punctuation, you check your language. So make sure that it is professional enough to be sent to them, right? Because we want to avoid misunderstanding. We want them to feel our competency, or we want them to feel our credibility. So make sure to proofread. If you think that you cannot rely on your own proofread, so you can ask others to proofread your emails. So you can ask your teammates, so how is it? Is my email okay? Or does it look, or does it sound offensive? Or is it okay? So you can also ask your friends to proofread your email. And now let's go to tips on how to send text messages to your colleagues or to your boss. First one, greetings, of course, since it is more informal. So I guess we don't need to like the greetings like dear or to whom it may concern, because I believe when you are able to send text messages to somebody, it means that you know them in person, right? So I think using hello or hi can be applicable to this one. And then next, actually, this is like more Indonesian, like ask how they're doing, you know, being polite and then not really right off to the topic. So you can ask how they're doing first. How are you doing? I hope you are in a good condition. Or you can also say this, hello, Mr. Jones. I hope this finds you well. And then you can state your intention, or you can go to the topic right away. So regarding the business or the topic, I'm wondering if we can discuss it further after work, right? Or you can just right after the topic, can you get back to me at your earliest convenience? So let's highlight these phrases. Earliest convenience. So you would like them to do something for you, but you do not want them to prioritize your request over many tasks that they have. So I think by saying your earliest convenience is more polite than you set the time for them. So can you get back to me at your earliest convenience? So it might sound polite and then warm to them. So they will not feel pressured. Oh my God, I have to get back to him or her like at 3 p.m. It's so soon, for example. So we would like to lessen the pressure. So by saying earliest convenience. And then also you can say this, could you please send me the file at blah, blah, blah. If you think that you need it like urgent as soon as possible, since you mentioned the time, make sure that you state your reason, because you don't want to look arrogant, right, or bossy by saying this. So make sure that you state your reason if you need something in a short time. So because we know when we needed something as soon as possible or quickly, the recipient, someone that need to do that job, probably might feel pressured, right? And then it is not comfortable or inconvenient for them. So make sure that you state your reason as well. And the next ones are the tips that you can pay attention to when you would like to send text messages at work. Be aware of the time, right? Be aware of the time. If this is something related to the job, so make sure that you know what time that is more convenient to send a message, right? So don't send a message above 9 p.m. because we know that above 9 p.m. The recipient might need, some privacy or might need some good rest. So make sure never send them text message above 9 p.m. Right? If you know this is like an issue that should be addressed quickly, so you can send it tomorrow when it's time to work. And then get permission if you can send them text message. So you can ask them in person, may I send you a message when I need something, or may I send you a text message if there's something urgent that should be or need to be addressed quickly. So make sure that you get permission first, because sometimes people feel text messages more, personal to them. So they need some privacy. So if it is about work, they feel more convenient if both of you communicate through emails. But some of them might feel okay to do that. So make sure that you get permission. And then the next one is no abbreviation and no emoticons or no all caps. Because we would like to, show professional tone or show a warm tone in our text message. So make sure that you do not click the caps lock so that your message are all in capitals. We don't want that. And then something that I realized from natives is they tend to, not use emoticons. So it is so Indonesian to use emoticons because we think that emoticons can be a non-verbal cues or non-verbal signals that we can use for them. Like, for example, an emoticon like this or emoticon smile. My friend who are from America and also Singapore, I never see them send me messages using emoticons. And then also no abbreviation. So make sure never use abbreviation. Like, for example, the word you, never just using a single letter U. It is considered impolite, right? So make sure that you send them with full sentences, right? And then after that, the last one is sign your message or give sign off. For example, you write your name at the end your message. So this is something like more common in foreign countries. After you send text message to your recipient, you will give your sign offs or your name. Because I realize some of my friends tend to, not save the context if she thinks or he thinks they are not close enough to the person. If this is just a B2B relationship, some people do not even save your contacts. So I think that is okay because probably they feel like they need privacy. So they just want to save some contacts that are close to them, right? So to avoid them ignoring your message because you didn't give your sign-offs there or you didn't give your name there. So make sure that you write your name, right? Okay. And now I want us to have like little practice. You are a project manager in your company and you would like to reply to your client's email in response to some necessities that they need in the event. You also would like to thank them for their big support in the event. So I need all of you here to practice because I think the best experience, the best knowledge that we can get is by having practice, right? So can we have a docs link, Mbak Salsa?
Ya,
so that they can...
Jadi teman-teman udah aku share ya di chat box buat teman-teman untuk practice session-nya. Jadi teman-teman bisa tulis tuh di situ gimana sih menulis email ke klien-klien yang seperti ada di study case-nya ya. Bisa ke ini ya, ke dokumennya ya. Ini ada lagi tambahan?
I think that's enough. This is like the last materials that I will give to them. So let's just have a practice. I think is 5 minutes enough, everyone? Okay, finished. Alright. Mungkin sambil menunggu letter yang ke Miss Samantha, mungkin kita bisa ke yang Mr. Something dulu ya.
Okay,
let me stop this. Alright. First thing first, I would like to appreciate your effort on writing this. I know that for some of us, it might not be easy to write a letter or a professional email in English, but I can see that you have done the assignment very well, and it is much appreciated. Thank you so much. And then may I know who writes to Mr. Something here? Ya, lanjut aja, nggak apa-apa, teman-teman. Lanjut aja ke box yang lain, yang di atas ini masih kosong kok. Lanjut aja, aku mau bahas dulu yang dari ini. Mr. Something, probably you can raise your hand. I just would like to know. Oh, Mas Wiji. Hi, Mas Wiji. All right, so first thing first, you have greeted the person, dear Mr. Something, or you can just say any name that come up in your mind. And then first, you also say thanks to them for replying to you very quickly. That's very nice. It means that you show an appreciation gesture for them. Actually, this kind of thanks by saying thank you for replying to us quickly, it means that you appreciate that effort, right? Because, sometimes people might be busy, that they cannot reply our email very quickly, but by noticing their effort to reply to your email very quickly, it is a nice and an excellent gesture done by Mas Wiji. Okay, thank you for replying to us quickly. And then next, I would like to thank you for your necessities and your big support for the event. Okay, I hope with your contribution, this event will run well. Thank you for your attention. Right, best regards. And then you can, if I may suggest, probably you can just use your name. Best regards, Wiji Aji Permana. So by giving sign-offs or by use your name at the end of your email, it means that you show them, okay, that you appreciate them, you respect them by stating your name there, right? So don't forget to put your name after the sign-off's closing line. Okay, and then if I can also add some suggestion after you say thanks to them, like I would like to thank you for the necessities list. So you can also say this, necessities list. So probably I would like to list your big support for the event. Probably you can add some more, you can also state on how you follow up on those lists, right? So probably they give you some info about, okay, this is something that we need, blah, 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 blah. So you can also give your updates. So probably you can follow up with the updates on about the necessities this. Okay, so you can also use this. You can say, by now, we have listed down your necessities, and then we are in progress in getting this, in getting that, so you can give some follow-ups on that, right? And I hope with your contribution, this event will run well. I think this is a nice sentence to show your appreciation to them. And probably, since it means that the event is still progressing, it's not the D-Day yet. Instead of using thank you for your attention, it is more common in Indonesia. But probably to make it more common for natives, you can just say, let me know. Let me know if there anything that I could provide for you. So you can also say that, because we never know if they still need something in the future regarding the event or regarding the necessities, or probably they would like to add something or ask something in the future. So you can also use, let me know if there is anything I could provide. And then you can close it once again. Thank you for your generous effort on this event. So yeah, I think you can use this instead. All in all, it's a great email. So you can just add more things to, to polish or to make your email more complete. Good job, Mas Wiji. And now let's go to John that writes to Samantha. May I know who is John here? Hi, Mr. John.
Mau open mic apa mau ngetik lagi nih?
Yeah, I feel like I communicate with Mas Wiji through Google Docs.
Halo, Mrs. Samantha.
Ini siapa nih yang kirim ke Samantha nih?
Oh, Mas Agung nih di chat.
Oh, Mas Agung. Alright, so Mas Agung. Hello, Samantha. I would like to give my deepest gratitude for your support on our event, blah, blah, blah. The program will provide your basic needs, such as food, goodies, and hotel room. To make sure your participation runs smoothly next Sunday, please bring your laptop and a book. Don't hesitate to write back to us if you have any questions. Once again, thank you for your participation, and we cannot wait to see you this week. And best regards, John. Wow, I think it is this email is so detailed. And then also have a good structure. And I believe there's always a room for improvement, right? So to make your email on another level, to make it more better, so probably we can check on some language usage here. So probably instead of using of, we can use on here on our blah, blah, blah event. That's great. I guess it is better if we just mention what event it is, right? Because probably our clients or our boss have so many events that they have to take care of. So by mentioning the event name would be recommendable here. Now the program will provide your basic needs, okay? Such as, instead of using this punctuation, probably you can use such as, comma, and then we don't need this. Such as food, goodies, and hotel room. To make sure your participation runs smoothly next Sunday, please bring your laptop and a book. This is a great way to request to somebody, but I guess to make it more polite, to make it more polite and then formal and also professional, I think we can work on this sentence. Okay, so instead of give command to them, you can say, could you please bring your laptop and a book, so you can use could there. Could you please, so it is more polite that way. Could you please bring your laptop and a book? Okay, don't hesitate to write back to us if you have any questions. Once again, thank you for your participation, and we cannot wait to see you this weekend. Best regards, John. Good job, Mas Agung. That's very great. Okay, so please bear in mind that writing a professional emails requires us to use a good language. So we have to pay attention to the punctuation, like comma or full stop, and many more, and also the capitals, right? And also the structure. It is a good, structured email. It is a well-structured email. And then probably we can just polish up a little bit more by using more polite sentence here by giving could you in the beginning of this sentence, so that to make it more polite and then more formal ambience. Okay, great job, Mas Agung. Okay, any other or no? We can just have these two. All right, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. I think we can just go to the question and answer. If you have any questions, probably you can go directly to the Slido or to the chat box.
Oke, Mbak Dinny, ini ada yang nanya juga, kayaknya nih pertanyaannya Mas Agung deh, di Slido sama di chat box itu sama.
Yep.
Oke, ini Mbak Dinny. Could you give some tips about solution informal email? Sometimes the HR is picky about the usage of Miss, Mrs., the first name or surname.
Okay, so if you would like to address someone, make sure that you know the status of that person, right? For example, you know that the person is not married yet, so never ever use Mrs. because Mrs. is used for married women. So Miss is used for a young lady. So for example, just like me, you can just use Mrs. That's okay. I would not feel offended if you write to me using Mrs. because yes, I am a married woman. But for those who are still single, they will feel offended if you use Mrs. So make sure that you know the status. However, if you think that you know nothing about the status of that person, you can just use Miss instead. Okay, so you can use Miss, MS dot somebody. Okay, and then for natives, it is actually more common to use the surname instead of first name, because when you use first name, it means that you have closer relationship, and then it feels more personal and then informal. So if it is work related, so you can use Mr. and then the surname, or Miss and surname, or Mrs. and surname. Okay, I think that would be my answer for Mas Agung.
Gimana Mas Agung? Cukup jelas apa masih kurang nih?
How about the usage of contraction in formal letter, like I am, I'm, it's. So contraction is actually not abbreviation, right? So I think it's still okay to use contraction. But if you are afraid of offending them, that they would think you are not polite by using contraction. So I guess it is safe for us to just use full sentences. But in my opinion, it's still okay to use contraction as long as it is not abbreviation. Like, for example, could you please send me the file that you have finished ASAP? Wow, that's not professional, and then that's not formal if it is work related, right? Or for example, you would like to thank them, like you would like to say thanks in advance, but you rather say TIA. So it is considered impolite. But I think contraction is still okay to use in formal letter.
Mau di chat box atau di slide-nya is okay.
Mungkin sambil ini ya Mbak Salsa, aku mau sampaikan mungkin ada satu tips yang mungkin memang belum aku masukkan ke materi, tapi aku baru ingat, aku mau address ini for those who probably would like to address some issues through email. Jadi mungkin ada beberapa miscommunication happened, and then there was a mistake done by somebody or done by your clients or your colleagues, and then you would like to address this. Jadi ada tipsnya nih, gimana caranya mau address problems or address issues through emails. Kita nggak mau kan kelihatan kita pointing somebody. Jadi kita menunjuk, blaming them directly. We don't want it to happen, right? So my suggestion would be use sandwich format. You know sandwich, right? There is a bread, and then there would be like some condiment or complementary things that you put in the middle, and then you put bread again at the bottom of your bread. And that would be the format that we will use if you would like to address some issues through email. First, put compliment. Don't forget to compliment their effort, their help on your work. I know that even if they make mistake, even if they cause something happen, we know that they still work hard to achieve that. Okay? So start with compliment. And then the next one, so instead of we directly say, you did this, and then there's this happened because of you, so probably we can change the sentence into passive form. A mistake was made. Or you can just say there was a miscommunication. Unfortunately, there was, or probably this matter was not going as we planned before, or as we planned previously. Jadi instead of kita blaming someone secara langsung kayak kita menunjuk mereka. So I think using rather ambiguous tone. Jadi agak ambigu gitu. Kita nggak nyalahin langsung, tapi kita memberitahu mereka bahwa ini loh, ada sesuatu yang terjadi. So we would like them to know that there's something happened and then it is actually a huge mistake or it can cause more troubles in the future. So we would like to address this. Tapi kita nggak mau menyalahkan pihak tersebut secara langsung. And then after you clarify or elaborate what happened, so you can close your email with another appreciation. So once again, thank you so much for your generous effort. I know that you have worked hard on this. And then you can close your email. So that would be my tips if you would like to address issues to your clients or to your colleagues through emails.
Oke, ya sih Mbak, aku juga pernah baca sih kalau jangan terlalu menyalahkan orang lain juga, kalaupun dia salah, tapi lebih kayak kita lihat nih, penyebab dari itu apa, jadi dia tuh biar juga dia ngerti gitu, salahnya dia di mana, gitu
betul, kan. Betul, jadi karena kalau pinpointing somebody, satu sisi walaupun mereka salah, di pihak tersebut salah, mereka juga akan merasa offended kan dengan email kita yang menunjuk itu. And in return, harusnya kita menulis professional email itu untuk build rapport, untuk build relationship, malah nanti jadinya tidak tercapai. Relationship-nya malah jadi renggang. So we don't want that to happen, karena pasti dalam pekerjaan kan ada aja yang terjadi. So in business, at work, we never know anything in the future, right? Bakal akan terjadi apa gitu. Jadi aku rasa by practicing writing that kind of emails can be helpful for you if by any chance you experienced that.
Dan sering-sering proofread ya Mbak ya, baca terus sampai benar.
Proofread, ini salah satu ini sih, kayak aku dulu waktu awal-awal punya teman native, setiap mau teks mereka, bahkan WA, aku akan selalu proofread. Aku proofreadkan dulu ke temanku.
Oh.
It takes a lot of time, tapi menurutku itu lebih baik. Jadinya terbiasa. Akhirnya sekarang aku sudah lebih bisa sudah lebih pede gitu untuk teks langsung gitu. Kalau dulu itu pasti aku forwardin dulu ke temanku. Ini gimana? WA aku udah betul belum? Gitu.
Ya, jadi gak usah takut juga untuk bertanya ya Mbak ya. Jadi sering-sering baca lagi, sering bertanya ke orang yang udah lebih paham, lebih mengerti.
Betul. Jangan pernah malu buat proofread.
Oke, kayaknya udah nggak ada yang bertanya lagi sih Mbak ini. Kita udah ngobrolin banyak.
Yep.
Kayaknya cukup sekian dari sesi kali ini. Oh iya, buat teman-teman jangan lupa isi feedback-nya. Karena kalau dapat feedback-nya, kalau udah ngisi feedback-nya bakal dapat material. Boleh kan Mbak di-share materialnya?
Boleh.
Boleh. Jadi nanti yang udah ngisi feedback bisa dapat materialnya. So, dari Mbak Dinny, ada kalimat atau quotes terakhir gak nih untuk teman-teman yang lagi nyari kerjaan lah, atau yang lagi struggle soal nulis email?
Okay, so my take on this is, first, never stop learning. If we know something, it doesn't mean that we know everything, right? So make sure that you always expand your knowledge as wider as possible. If you think that you need help from friends or from professional, make sure that you reach out to them and then ask for their help to help you enhance your skills. It can be in any skill, right? So for example, you would like to polish up your tech skills, right? So you would like to gain more knowledge on that, or probably you would like to enhance your English skills, or probably communication skills. So try to reach out to a person that you think can be helpful for you. And then one thing, Actually, our problem is not that we cannot do something, but we are too shy to ask for help, right? So we think that by asking for help, other person might think that we cannot do anything, or we cannot do something, or we are not good enough at something. The problem is that we are too shy to ask. So just forget about those feelings. So expand your knowledge as wide as possible, and then reach out to person that can help you, and also practice, practice, practice. Actually, practice doesn't make perfect, in my opinion. Practice makes progress, because when you have a lot of practices, we know that you are progressing to be better, because nothing is perfect. Nobody is perfect, actually. Yes, I think that would be my last take on this. Thank you, Mbak Salsa.
Thank you so much Mbak Dini. Thank you untuk 5 kali sesinya ya bareng sama Breakthrough. Ini last sessionnya Mbak Dini di Breakthrough. Jadi teman-teman di sini adalah orang-orang terakhir bersama Mbak Dini. Nggak tahu sih, semoga kita masih bisa bekerja sama lagi ya Mbak di sesi selanjutnya. Thank you semuanya yang udah hadir, yang udah nyempetin ngabuburit, malah ngabuburit apa belajar bareng. Ini sangat-sangat spesial banget sih. Thank you yang udah hadir, dan thank you untuk Cassandra juga yang tadi sempat menghilang di tengah-tengah. Terus juga ada Mbak Sawitri juga tadi karena dia ngurusin buka bersama juga, jadi harus keluar duluan. Jadi thank you Mbak Dini, thank you teman-teman, thank you Cassandra. See you on next event guys. Bye.
Thank you all. See you.
Selamat berbuka. Bye.
Selamat berbuka guys.